A great Thursday morning. It is a beautiful day in the city of Brownsville. It's going to be a hot day, that's for sure. It's very sunny, and my neck thing is too big. It's very sunny, and there's not a cloud in the sky. There's a couple of clouds, but they're not going to bring much of anything. It's going to be a hot day. Caliente. Caliente día. Morning, Frankie.
Good morning, Erasmo. Good morning, world. First and foremost, I want to congratulate my friend Alfredo Hernandez and his wife Erica. They just had twins this morning. He just sent us a picture, so I'm extremely happy for you, FIFO and Erica. We have two soccer players that we're going to be in training for the next couple of years. So congratulations to my friend. We've had a lot this morning, Erasmo. We just got information on a shooting that occurred in Corpus Christi at the naval base. We did provide a video on our page. The subject has been subdued, so as more information comes out, we'll be posting it out there. So good Thursday morning to everybody. Glad to be here at Osmo. Looking forward to a hot South Texas day.
I'm not looking forward to it, but I guess yeah. Um, Going into the shooter thing real quick. Again, we don't have very much information. I think one of the personnel from the naval office, naval department, was injured. Good morning, Jessica. I think one is injured, but we don't really have a lot of information yet. It's kind of crazy that in just a short span of time, we've had these incidents like the Ross fight, the Home Depot fight. We got a shooting this morning. I think there was another shooting yesterday. Buenos días. Fresquecito como una lechuga. Congratulations on the twins' birth. Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, como, what is it? Cuando hay luna llena, everyone starts to go lunatic, crazy. I mean, I don't even know if there was a luna llena last night or something, but I mean, one of the things I think that they've been talking about in regards to the shelter in place and coronavirus and is a lot of mental issues going on with a lot of individuals out there. Mental issues, they do happen. Good morning, Pedro. Good morning, Pedro. Morning, Victor. So, you got to take that into account that there's a lot of individuals out there that are having, have a lot of energy bottled up inside. And, unfortunately, a lot of people choose to dish it out in a negative way. So, I mean, I guess we just really don't know. I know the people from, there's not a full moon. I know the people from Ross, the Ross fights, from Ross fights is that, they were upset because someone had cut into the line. And that's just crazy talk. Someone had cut into the line. But again, and it was a full blown out fight. I mean, it was funny because it came like from different angles. Everyone with a cell phone out, and one of the things I tell people is like I'm so grateful that when we were growing up, guys, there weren't any cell phones around because, can you imagine if a lot of the stuff that we did when we were growing up actually got recorded and posted on social media for everyone to see? Que vergüenza. So I mean, I'm kind of very, very glad that pointing out that during our growing up years, it was nothing like that. Nada. It's like if a tree falls in the wood, does it actually make a sound? Back then, pues ni quien se diera cuenta. Today, Erasmo can't fart, or 75% of Brownsville finds out about it. It's crazy. Did you see the interview with one of the parties, with one of the shooting parties, or with one of the pleito parties? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Morning, Cindy. I missed you last night. I don't think I saw you last night, Cindy. BISD versus Erasmo at Ross Royal Rumble 2020. Hey, I'll do it. No, did they really have an interview? That's crazy. I mean, what are they going to say? Well, me agarré a chungazos con la vieja porque se me metió enfrente. I mean, what can you say? All right. So thankful we didn't have cell phones back in the day. But that Wendy, I mean, God help us all. Pleito Ross, the Ross fights. My goodness gracious, man. You know, and one of the things, please, yeah, please do tag me by it. You know, one of the things that I think is very entertaining about the Ross fights, and even the fight at Home Depot, but more the Ross fights. I really loved all the dubbing that people did in regards to the music that they placed to it. One of them put the Mortal Kombat. Oh, you can. Oh, you can. Chuchun, chuchun. I think it's Mortal Kombat or ¿cuál es el otro que jugábamos? Mortal Kombat, Street Fight,
Street
Street Fight,
Fighter.
Street Fighter. They had an 18-month-old baby that almost got hit. It's crazy. Good morning, Annabelle. Crazy stuff, folks. Crazy, crazy people out there. So I'm going to go see the post that Violet tagged me on para ver qué fue lo que dijo la señora or whoever it was that was fighting out there. Pero it was one fight, se estaban revolcando, and it's on the page. Frankie posted it. Street Fighter, yeah, Street Fighter. Oh, you can. Ryo or something. My God. But good morning, Raymond. Raymond, I need t-shirts. But the one that I thought crazy how lower Rio Grande Valley is still getting daily cases. Everyone and grandmas without masks. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, it was Street Fighter. Oh, you can. You know, remember that little chinita? I can't remember the chinita's name, but she would do the kicks.
Chun Li, no?
Chun Li. Chun Waiku Li. Chun Li would do the love patitas. That's all I was.
There was a girl who was kicking. I don't know if you noticed. There was somebody who was stopping, so she was Chun Li.
So I thought of Chun Li when I saw that. Good morning, Marta. Hey, Marta. If anyone needs a house or some property out there, go contact Marta. Right? Marta. That Marta does my real estate. Marta, good to see you this morning, Marta. Finish him.
Fatality.
I used to spend so much money at the billiard room on Central Boulevard. Does anyone remember that? Classic. I used to play long time ago. Morning, William. I used to play foosball with one of the love of my lives, Mark Benavides. Marky Mark. I love Mark. One of the loves of my life. I love Miss B, his mom, his brother, but Marky. And we used to play foosball together there at the Central Boulevard. Y estaba Street Fighter. Oh, you can. Oh, you can. Yes, everyone needs any help. My go-to person for real estate is Martita. Thanks, Marta, for being on. My granddaughter is Chun Li. Just wait. Ross for lumps. Sí, vendieron terreno ahí en el Ross, en el parking lot. Hablando de Martita. Sold. Vendieron terreno. Ahí andaba Chun Li en Dodichi. La Chun Li de Brownsville. Good morning, Maria Luz. Billiard room. Classic billiard room, guys.
Have you been to the new place?
Yeah, I went there as soon as they remodeled. I actually bought a shirt. They were selling shirts too. But to start up, promote and I guess to pay off all the
renovations
that they made. So I bought a shirt. I have a billiard room shirt. That's classic. Good morning, Al. Vendieron terreno en el Ross. Martita can help us out with that. Marky. Yeah, you remember Mark? William? Really? Me, Marky? I loved Mark. I loved him so much. Dodichi. The cough sounds bad. Maybe. Ya a este punto ya ni sé. Corona. There's and then the one at but the one that I really like in regards to the Ross fights, there was one that imagine all the people. Did y'all see that? I think I shared that. Imagine all
the people
for today. Some may say I'm a dreamer.
But
I'm
I'm not the
no
only one.
one. Crazy
Hey, hey,
stuff.
hey, Erasmo, if we could ask the public, what's up with Ross? Again, we spoke about this yesterday, but I still don't get it. I understand Target, ladies. You know, my partner, my previous partner, had a thing for Target, and at first, being the machismo, I was like, "Who was at Target? Who are you gonna go see? Why are you always there?" You know, but then after a while, I started getting it. Okay, it's Target. You know, it's the cool place to go to shop. But Ross, like, what are they giving? Are they giving away gold? Is it appetizer night? You know, ladies enter for free. If anybody's watching and could answer this question, what is up with Ross? What's up? Why is everybody has this all hysteria? Not like not anywhere else, but Ross at Asmo. We saw fights, we saw lines, we saw chaos. Like, what's up with Ross?
But that happens. That happens every. I mean, every day that I pass to go back home, Palo Quisel, siempre está lleno el parking lot for Ross, and they stay open I think till 12 at midnight or something like that. I don't know what the fascination is, guys. I've been there a couple of times, and I don't think anything's cheap. I think everything is very, very expensive. You know, I just don't see it. No veo cuál es the allure to go into Ross. I'd rather go to thrift stores. Buenos días, Sandra. I love Sandra. Yeah, Norma Jean there at Rivera. I love Norma Jean. I love my folks that work out there at Rivera. They are amazing. And again, Norma is quick to respond to questions and always there answering parents cualquier cosa que pregunta que tengan. So I love Norma. Actually, Norma helped me out with one of my students that was graduating and needed a graduation gown. Didn't get it, and Norma came up to bat and helped him out. So I love Norma. She knows that. And the people there. Corona. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Hey, Manuel, ¿cómo estás? Buenos días. I didn't see the one Imagine. I think it's on my page. I think I shared it. It was really good. So go back and look at it. Yeah, I love Marky, William. I love Marky with all my heart. I loved him so much. Was there several fights? Home Depot had a fight. And the one at the one in Ross, in a one fight, y luego otro on the side, y luego otro. So it got to be good. Have what they're having, amen, brother. Jesse Balboa. You know a little bit about fights, Rocky. I go to Target for the popcorn. Where is video on my page, Marta? It's on my page. You can see Target is awesome. Starbucks, goodbye. Walmart, can't go wrong. Target is just so expensive. I don't see how people go to Target. It's worth
it is expensive, but I don't think they have the traffic. Obviously, don't have the traffic as Walmart and HEB. So I think that's what people appreciate, that they could, probably go in and out faster than being, Walmart has been congested lately, so I could see it.
Target is very expensive. Mendia Raza just opened a store and they think it's Black Friday. Yeah, 75% off. That might be the case, but it's kind of a weird thing. I don't think 75% off is even worth it. I mean, it's not. A lot of times it's not worth it on Black Friday, and a lot of times it's not going to be worth it right during the middle of coronavirus. Ross has decent clothes. I don't think so.
But we're not supposed to be spending money, or we're supposed to be spending money, but not on clothes.
And Chuck and Danny Dale, John Williams. Yeah, that's my gang. Those are my raza. We used to hang out acá en la frente de la casa de Chucky on La Polka. We used to be there till like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Ahí in front of the light. Of course, drinking and partying there. And singing Pink Floyd songs, Ozzy Osbourne, and I mean it's crazy. Yeah, we know the same raza. It's my raza. I grew up with these guys. Man, don't open a can of worms with Ross, Frankie. Ross tiene los calzones baratos y la gente revende online para sacar. Oh my Lord. Ross has a system of pricing that after a while automatically decreases the price of a garment. Since they were closed for like 3 months, they can close for like $2 or $3. Wow. Maybe I should go. I miss marshals and security people would throw down. It happens. It does happen. Ramos, didn't miss you last night. Ramos, good morning, Danielle. Have a badass day. You too, Danielle. Love you, man. I have a blouse from Ross that they're years old and still good shape. Wow. But the question is, are you in good shape? That's the question. They have calzones special at Ross Chihuahuas. I should have gone there. Elvira, buenos dias. Target is too classy. Too classy. Good morning. Love you, man. Richard. Back to normal. Target is expensive. Yeah, it's very expensive. Ahí abandonaron los negritos de Ross. I'm trying to catch up, guys. The Budweiser can you imagine if they had cell phones back there, William? No, hombre, shit up. Oh, my God. Fernando con la de esa. Yes, William, we know the same people. Shopping these days, you get a black and blue light special. You get a black and blue eye special. Morning, Lupe Pate. It looks like people don't really care about masks. Yeah, I'm surprised that William, we know exactly the same people. Yeah, I love Marky. I love Marky with all my heart. He knows, guys. Last night we started to talk about the numbers out there, and we'll talk about them again since they're a hot topic. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 new cases for Brownsville.
Make it larger. Command plus sign.
I'm trying. That didn't work out too well.
That's better.
Me volví loco.
There you go.
There you go, guys. Again. There. 12 new cases for Brownsville. What I really wanted to focus on was acá abajo. A ver if I can do this acá abajo. Here. I'm being rookie. I have to get Williams. This is what I thought was very interesting. Remember that they had said that they had 10 individuals from Spanish Meadows that tested positive and 1 employee. Well, now no. Now it's 4 employees and 10 residents that have tested positive for Spanish Meadows. So more employees that tested positive in just that one day, from one day to the other. We went from 1 employee. You see it's down here. Spanish Meadows in Brownsville, Texas, also have 4 employees and 10 residents. That's what I think is kind of scary for us here in Brownsville. Kind of scary for us here in Brownsville. That's what I wanted to show. The numbers, we showed them yesterday, so we're good in regards to the numbers. But again, good morning. Again, and the reason that that's very scary is because are we seeing, and one of the things that Dr. Eder Hernandez posted last night, and actually came on here and said it on the chat, was that he had been tapped to go test individuals in the nursing homes. And supposedly he's going to go into 5 nursing homes. Another case at Amphils and a case at CPAC. Again, guys, I'm afraid. Wait till June. It will be awful. It will be awful. Rookie Erasmo Castro. It is a rookie move. Good morning. Have the most amazing day. Thank you. You too, madam. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Are they in the hospital? We do not know. Do those employees work at other facilities? See, that's the problem, Laura. I think that's one of the first things that we mentioned when we were talking about Veranda, that the employees from Veranda worked at other nursing homes, and boom, Windsor Atrium hit. And I came out and said, guys, not only in Harlingen, a lot of these people that work out at Harlingen, at Veranda and Windsor, they also work in Brownsville. And then boom, we hear about all these nursing homes in Brownsville, and all of a sudden, things aren't great. Things aren't great, and it's going to get interesting. Spanish Meadows, 10 residents, at least 10 residents, and 4 employees. That's considering that they had tested all employees and all residents, 95 residents, and they had found out that no one was positive. Y de repente, de algo brotó. Where are the tacos? It's not Tuesday, Agapito.
Erasmo, that's the worst fear. Again, we see the effect from these 2 nursing homes in Harlingen. It has caused them to lead the county in positive cases. And again, it's scary whenever these nurses, home health employees, they work, set like a satellite. They work at this facility, they go to this facility. So does Brownsville have a Harlingen problem? I'll dare say yes. We, again, just to reiterate, we did have Dr. Eder Hernandez state that 5 other nursing homes will be tested. And again, Erasmo, you did mention how previously Judge Eddie Trevino had said that they had all tested negative. but then now we're getting word that 10 patients and 4 employees tested positive. Again, this is a novel virus, a very contagious disease that a lot of people are symptomatic. So even though that they don't have the symptoms, even though that they test negative, they could still be carriers, and that's the scary part. So again, we have to do everything possible, social distancing, wear a mask, do everything possible to try and prevent this spread. But you are correct, Erasmo. I dare say, and I hate to say it, that I feel that we have an outbreak coming for the city of Brownsville.
Well, it's not only in the nursing homes, and in Brownsville, if you work at one nursing home, you cannot work at another. I think that's something that they've implemented recently. I don't think it's something that's been implemented for a for a while. I think this is also new because I know for a fact that a lot of individuals out there cannot make it by working at one nursing home alone. They have to work at least two or three in order to bring home a decent paycheck, and that goes back to economic development for our city. Our jobs don't pay enough. We were talking about how the minimum wage in Matamoros is $5 to $10 a day, three to five. I said three, but it might be 5 to 10. I'm not sure. $3 to $5 to $5 to $10 a day. Well, Brownsville isn't. I mean, it's not at $5 or $10 a day, but in respects to other parts of the country, our people are very underpaid, very, very, very underpaid. We make very little money. Nurses, patients, children, couple stores keeps on giving. It's a constant, and it's not ending anytime soon. Not all positives are kept in the hospital. I have a relative that's positive, and she's at home doing quarantine. I think it depends on how bad the person is. I think Michael is correct. I think it just depends on the severity. If they're going to need care, monitoring, ventilators, respiratory assistance, then they're kept in the hospital. But Michael is right. If people are positives, they're kept at home waiting to see if they pass the 14 days, and then if they're going to be testing negative after a while. But it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I knew because my friend told me it's been for a while. I honestly don't think so, Vela. I honestly don't think that was the policy. Again, I know a lot of people that work at different nursing homes in order to make it. Goes back to economic development. We need city leadership. We need all these little agencies like GBEC, start focusing on bringing economic development to our area. Unfortunately, we have appointed people to these committees, to these boards like GBEC, who are worthless, who they are buddies to the political machine, they're buddies to the city commission, and they get appointed. It's not the best people for those positions. I mean, we saw the post I posted on my page in regards to Graham. I'm sorry, I like Graham. I say hi to him every time I see him, but he has no business at a GBEC as the chair of a GBEC. He doesn't have no business on GBEC, guys. I mean, I'm sorry, the guy started a business, great. Just because you start a business, using your connections or using your family's income doesn't make you an expert in regards to bringing economic development to the city. And I'm sorry, guys, God bless. And I'm going to say this again. I love coffee and I love exercising, but a coffee bike shop is not like the number one provider of tax revenue to our city here in Brownsville. It's only a niche market. It only attracts a few people out there. If you really want to be an entrepreneur, you really want to be on a type of GBEC board, focus on something that brings really, focus on people that are in charge of money making, generating machines out there, guys. I'm sorry, and it's nothing against Graham and nothing against his business, but again, it's a niche. All these little coffee shops, God bless them, they're a niche. They only attract a certain amount of people because, believe it or not, folks, a lot of folks out there cannot afford $6 cups of coffee. Believe it or not. I don't know if it's that hard to believe, but a lot of people can't. And, going once a month, once every 6 weeks, it's okay. It's a cutesy thing, but that's it. It's not an everyday thing. So I'm sorry, all these mom and pop coffee shops, it's a niche, a little niche market. It's all it is. Good morning, Olga. I love you, Olga. 2 or 3 family income for sustainable growth. Yeah, that's the only way. The only way, like from April. Yeah, then it's not new. April is just last month, isn't it? Yeah, cat residents. So yeah, can resident test negative be released to family members to keep them safe? That's a great question. It's something that we'd probably have to ask Dr. Eder when he comes back on, or maybe the mayor of the city of Brownsville when he comes back on, because that is actually a very, very good question. I'm going to say probably not. I'm going to say probably not because, again, we just don't know what negative after being having tested positive actually means. We just really, really don't. I mean, we don't know what recovered means. We don't. Please ask her. I appreciate that, but it can't. It must be reason. The multi banks. It's all compadres. Yes, it's all compadres. And I know a friend of mine said, "Oh, well, I'm on the board and I'm not part of the system." Yeah, they'll sometimes appoint one or two people out there from the community, but the majority of the people on there, they're going to be people that are yes people for all these people. Good morning, Belinda. Good to see you. Isabel, ¿cómo estás, mi amor? CNA and nurses are like security guards. They usually work at two or more places or as home providers for visiting nurses. 100%. 100%. That's true. Heartbreaking for family members. It is heartbreaking for family members. If a retail employee tests positive, will that be made public? No. No, no, no. We found out about, and it's not retail, it's grocery, but HEB, we found out about Walmart. Just no, they're not going to tell us. It's very, very strange how it sort of seems to me like they're protecting big business, like HEB, like Walmart, but they'll throw small business under the bus. Amphels protected, CPAC protected. We've known about these places testing positive for a long time. We've known that place that takes care of the kids out there in Los Fresnos, Southwestern Keys, again, they've just been riding the storm. No one has said anything. And I dare to say that the employees out there at CPAC, at Amphils, at that place in Los Fresnos, CHS, or I don't know what it's called, and the place here at Southwestern Keys here in Brownsville, I dare to say, because friends of mine that work there have said they don't offer proper PPE. They don't. It's not given out, and they are encouraged not to wear them because they don't want them scaring the kids, scaring the people out there. It's madness. Erasmo, I work for a federal contractor, and we transportation undocumented people for different countries. We use our PPE that is proved for us. Where I see this, it's the company's fault for providing these employees. Exactamente. Agapito's correct. Agapito's correct. It falls under the company to provide the necessary training. Yes, just like Brownsville Beautification Committee stacked with yes people by Gowan and Ramiro Gonzalez from City of Brownsville. And I'm sorry, I love Ramiro, but geez, what does a guy do? And what does a guy do except for dressing badly? I love you, Ramiro. I mean, what does the guy do? Nothing. I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
What was his position or his agenda was try to beautify downtown. He made a study, I think, or he was part of a study that chose New Orleans, Bourbon, to try and implement that down here. But as to his job description, I kind of lost it since this COVID. But it is. I don't know. I don't know what he does.
I'm sorry, Ram, but what the heck do you do for the city of Brownsville? I mean, make podcasts with my friend and I can't remember my friend's name and the mayor.
Hey, we could do that.
I mean, what do you do? Again, nothing. I mean, he was out there, being Rose, Ciclovia. Ciclovia's dead, guys, dead. I mean, Ciclovia would go by the house, and there was like 50 people, and most of them were employees of the city who have to be there. And we were in the red for like $500,000 for Ciclovia. And I'm not dogging Ciclovia. I mean, I like the exercise. Erasmo hates the exercise. Yeah. But goodness gracious, guys, our tax dollars. Sorry, Ram. I say hi to him every time I see him, but I just don't think, he was supporting Mayor Martinez. Oh, Mayor Martinez. Yes, Mayor Martinez. Mayor Martinez. And then
Trey.
Mayor Martinez lost. Oh, Trey. Oh, Trey's greatest Trey. I mean, is there's like an ask history position in the city of Brownsville? I think that's part of the job qualifications is, What do you do, my man? Nothing. How much money? I wonder how much money he's paid. What, $100,000?
Wow, I was gonna be conservative and say 70, 80.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I would say plus to close to $100,000. Actually, that's a good question to ask. How much money does Ram make? Ram, how much money do you make? Whatever. If it's $1, it's too much. If it's $5 a year, it's too much. Too much. 40 hours, 100, yeah, 18,000 income sustainability for growth. I mean, it's crazy. I think the medium is like 24, 26. Someone correct me. I think the medium for down here is really, really very low. We have
it's low.
no development. So that's why these people have to work at 2 or 3 different nursing homes, in order to make it. I asked my friend, it was late April. Yeah. Less than a month ago, my friend. Yeah. So I'm glad that they did that, but Vela, a little bit too late. Yeah, very, very recent. I've not seen my mom since March. She is depressed. I'm sorry. God bless the people that are in the nursing homes. The one who have formally reported cases are because they've thrown under the bus. A lot of rich companies haven't exactamente. Eddie's right. I mean, it's like Veranda. If that recording hadn't come out, God, we wouldn't have known. Why didn't Gowan head the series regarding COVID-19? She made a mess out of the Ciclovia thing. Ciclovia was dead like 5 Ciclovias ago. Was dead 5 Ciclovias ago. And they still put our tax dollars to 5 more just because she took a picture with a bike. Hasn't done her much good. Have you seen her? Hasn't done her much good. Hasn't done our tax dollars any good either. I'm not trying to fat shame anyone, but don't say, oh, we got to get healthy when you're not. I'm not promoting health and wealth, even though I'm handsome and totally not fat. There's a shortage of PPE. Cindy, BIZ wants kids to show up for 2 weeks and 4 days of summer school. They want to keep the kids at 6 feet distance. It's not going to happen. How many kids on desk, teachers? Well, actually, I'm glad you said that, because let me see if I can catch up real quick. Lord, put a hedge of protection around the patients and staff. God, please. It is a great question. It is a great question. I think we're referring to Ramiro's salary. Don't hate me, guys. I don't care. The new CDC guidelines for reopening schools, guys. Now, anyone out there, bendiciones, Jose, anyone out there truly believe that kids over the age of 2 are going to be wearing masks? Can you stop them from sharing items or supplies? Clean and disinfect frequently. Develop a schedule for increased routine cleaning and disinfection. How? All belongings separated into individual cubbies or labeled containers. Are the schools going to be ready for these? Since our stupid superintendent and our school board, we got to go by the guidelines. We got to go by the guidelines. Let's see. 1 child per seat on school buses and skip rows between riders.
Impossible.
Does anyone see that happening? We got 3 kids per seat, guys. Y todavía sí. One-way routes in hallways, and install sneeze guards or partitions where 6 feet apart won't work. Not going to work anywhere. Anywhere. Nambe, I wouldn't send my kid to school. I'm actually considering homeschool 100%. No shared spaces. Oh, check this out. No shared spaces, including cafeterias and playgrounds. What? That's why my PE coaches were kind of afraid. There it is. There won't be playground, guys. Physical barriers or screens between sinks and bathrooms. Nombre, shut up. I mean, you're peeing right there next to somebody else's little wee-wee. You're just like right there, and the other one's just right there next to you. How are they going to separate that? Only preschool boxes or bags of food instead of hot lunch. Nombre, se va a morir la gente. They're going to have to prepare lunches for their kids. We don't want time to sanitize. We don't have. Exactamente, Adriana. How? It's not going to happen. What about school bus and contact? It's crazy. Kids eat lunch in classrooms. We already know that doesn't work. It's a mess. They have breakfast in the classrooms. The teachers like that? No, they don't. Does any teacher like for their kids to have their breakfast, now their lunch in the classroom? No, don't mix it up. No field trips, assemblies, or external organizations in school. Uh-oh. Some children stay with the same staff all day. Oh, same children. How is that? So now in high school, all the kids are going to stay to one class? Hola, Lupita. Are they going to hire more teachers? They're going to have to, I would say. No switching groups or teachers. So the one teacher is going to teach every subject, unless they're referring to elementary and middle school, maybe. Stagger student arrival and departure times to limit crowds of kids. That's going to be chaotic. But I think that one's a little bit possible. You know, you can have some kids come in at 8, some at 9, and some at 10. It's just what's going to happen. It's going to make a teacher's day longer. So now instead of being 7 to 4, it's going to be 7 to 11. 7-11. Limit volunteers and visitors. I guess I won't be visiting campuses. If possible, daily health and temperature checks. That's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. No temperature checks out there. No teacher fraternizing. No one fraternizing. BISD was a mess. The board, prior to this pandemic, it will be tough for the schools to follow these. Impossible, I would say. Guys, does anyone out there actually think that those guidelines are going to be enforced? Who's going to enforce them? Someone posted on one of my on the page. Congratulations, teachers! You've now become detention workers. So y'all went from babysitter to detention workers. Goodness. But what about your pay? Is the pay going to reflect? No. BIZ has now said that there will be no on-person summer school. It's only via online for now. That's summer school. We're talking about August.
What we're going to be seeing is that the job description for these teachers is gonna increase. Again, it's trouble enough for the school district to dish out $100. Now, one thing I wanted to bring up about that, Erasmo, is this money going to be retroactive? Because the board stance was, social distancing, distant learning. We need to give money for teachers, for internet, for being on their cell phone, for doing this, for doing that. Is this $100 going to be retroactive, meaning the teachers will get credit for March, April, and May? Or is this just something, here's $100, be grateful that you're getting something?
That's actually a great question. The way it was worded, it makes it sound like they're only going to get $100. If that's the case, my goodness. But they should be getting March, April, and May. So, guys, if you do not receive $300 before taxes, yikes. Let me know. It's impossible, Adriana. Impossible. Sorry about the misspelling, texting, and driving. Can't help it. Don't text and drive. Yeah, there's no in-person for summer school. Yeah, we knew that. But they are planning kids come back in the fall. I think it's a mistake. How would I keep my 6-year-old with ADHD and odd apart from other kids? There's no way. Teacher told me my son needs to catch up in work. I'm so stressed. It's madness. It's crazy.
One thing, Erasmo, I did want to bring to your attention, and maybe you could clarify some things. There is going to be a lot of cuts, at the federal, at the state level. The school district is not going to have can't rely on the same funds from previous years, most importantly from last year. What are your thoughts, Erasmo, on special education? Will they be affected greatly if we do go into distant learning? What is the guarantee that parents could have in regards to their child getting the adequate care and attention needed for this?
Well, see, that's where the problem comes in, because one of the requirements on the guidelines is that students in the classrooms have to be 6 feet apart. So 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart. Guys, it's impossible. I mean, have you seen that our classrooms? Our classrooms fit 20 people. We got 25 kids in there, and 25. They're like sardines. So there's no way in a normal classroom that you're going to get 25 people 6 feet apart. So what someone said out there, are we going to hire new teachers? We're going to have to. Are we going to have to open up the schools that we closed down? Going to have to, in order to use that classroom space. Going to have to, and use them for all grades out there. I mean, we closed down 3 elementaries. Going to have to open them up again, and again hire more personnel. But it's not only the teachers; it's hiring administrators, custodial workers, food service people, everything. With that said, as is, and my special education people can come out here and say I'm wrong. We don't have enough resources for special education. We don't, because they stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from the program. They took money from that program. They did. And they lost the money. Can't find it. But nobody said anything. They've lost the money. Now, with that said, and people that work at the school, tell me if I'm wrong. How easy is it to get special education teachers? Anyone? Do we have enough special education teachers? Special education teachers, I mean, are not going to let me lie. Do we have enough? Buenos dias. Do we have enough special education teachers out there? Don't they measure the size of the classroom footage to measure how many can fit inside? They're going to have to. Guys, it's not easy hiring special education teachers. It isn't. The only way that we're going to be able to, what about a student that is special ed with a 1-to-1 aid? We don't have, and Erica, am I lying? Do we have enough special education teachers? We don't. And what's going to happen, guys, for special education students, special teachers will probably have to go to their home for at least an hour to service them. That easy. They can have a routine set up like autistic kids for ADHD. Just saying, still going to have to hire more people and more special ed teachers. No, we don't. There's the answer. We do not. Now, think of this, Erica, and to everybody else. Think of this. We're going to have to hire more special education teachers. We have a hard time finding them already. So what are we going to do? We're going to have to up our game. So what's going to happen is we're going to have to offer a little bit more money for new teachers. What's going to happen to the old teachers that have been here working 5, 10, 15, 20 years in special education? Are they going to receive an increase as well for all that extra work that they're going to have to be doing now that these individuals? No, special education is understaffed, undertrained, especially when it has to do with mental illness as it is. 100%. 100%. Again, people are not going to let me lie. Special education need to take 3 state exams to get certified. Each one is over $100. And see, that's another one of the costs that the board and the district needs to pay up.
Address.
They need to come forward. Pero, no, hombre, if they have a hard time paying my teachers a stipend that actually work online and then not give it to everyone out there, you really think that they're going to start paying for individuals to get certified? They're not. So what's going to happen? Undertrained, very undertrained. We're going to the market is going to be flooded with the lack of individuals out there. It's not going to have enough individuals. We don't have enough special education teachers now. When we had now, parents of special education students, has your child been well serviced by the district during this pandemic? And I'm sorry, I'm going to dare say that no. And teachers have done the best they could, but they haven't. They have to have that personal connection. They have to have that close by, like my friend was saying, that 1-to-1, that coming together. I think it's just $100 with a huge "you're welcome." It is a joke. And if that happens, if the stipend is only $100, I'm going to be very, very pissed, very upset. There will be a lot of teachers retiring in August, so they don't have to deal with this stress. Cindy is right, and I think that's one of the things that the district is counting on. But again, it's kind of like they're really shooting themselves in the foot, because they say they want to encourage teachers to retire. That's what's going to happen. They're going to come out with we'll give you $10,000 to retire. They're going to come out with something like that. I promise you. I can almost guarantee you. I feel it. They're going to come out with something like this. We're going to give you a lot of money. Just retire. And then we're going to have a need for teachers. a need for teachers. But the goal is they get rid of the teachers that are already getting 50, 60, $70,000 that have been here for years. They get rid of those, and they're going to want to hire teachers at 43, 42, which is a smart business move. But does it really service the district? It doesn't. Now, where are they going to find? Where are they going to find? Yeah, that's an old news. Uh, my son has not. They have not, Sandra. They have not. And the reason is they just don't care. Nomás quieren taparle el ojo al macho. That's all they want to do. They should have ended it, provided services to the people that most need it, like our special education students. We were saying it for a while, Sandra. End the school year, because all that attention that was given on nothing, because the kids that were passing were going to pass anyway, should have been redirected to our special needs students that have the need to have that constant communication and constant touch with professionals. Should have focused on our most needy children. We were saying it. Let's focus on our at-risk children. But no, se amacharon, and in their folly, they served no one, because they served people half-ass. And it's not our teacher's fault. It's not. It is the stupid superintendent and the corrupt board. It's their fault. They screwed us over as a community. Screwed us over. Think we're going to have a teacher shortage. We are. Because it's not only Brownsville, folks. Consider this. We're thinking about Brownsville, and we prioritize in Brownsville. But all districts in our area and throughout the state of Texas are going to have a need for more teachers. They're going to have a need. Erasmo, on special education during remote learning. Again, guys, it's almost impossible to do remote learning with special education. Almost impossible. We should have figured out different ways. It's almost impossible. And they just did not care to do it. And again, it's not our teachers' fault, guys. It's administration's fault. But there's no way there. Keep students in class and have teachers travel to classrooms instead of students. Yeah, that's what the guidelines are saying. It's hard, especially for our special education students. It is very, very hard. Pero no consideration was taken. And again, guys, for this stupid superintendent and for this corrupt board, our special education students were an afterthought. Well, we have to deal with it now. And that's embarrassing, because I truly believe that we should have first thought about our special education students and our special education teachers, and then taking care of the rest. You start with your weakest, the most needy, the most at risk. Those who you start off with, and then you go up to the top. Because a lot of my students, guys, a lot of my students, like, veterans, pays, a lot of those students are the more wealthier students. They could have provided other resources. Some of my students at Lopez, Rivera, Porter, even some at Hannah are at the lower rung. Those are the ones that should have received a little bit more of attention. But what did they do at Pace? They took away the principal there. They took away the principal at Pace just to give Minerva her little buddy as an area administrator. Her little buddy became an area administrator. Took her away from Pace. Makes no sense. We have 6 area administrators. 6 area administrators earning $175,000 each. 6. When we were functioning well with 4. So they added 2 more and 2 deputies and the stupid superintendent. Superintendent, $375,000 a year. Deputies, $200,000 a year each. Area administrators, $175,000 each, times 6. Y los students, rásquensela como puedan.
And the teachers barely given $100. Barely.
That what most companies do for the forcefully retire tenure employees with retirement bonus so they have same money in the health care system does that a lot. Yeah. And the problem, Ramos, is that when we start treating our children's academics and education as a business, we've sort of lost touch as to what academia really is. Standardized tests and administrative salaries are sucking the money completely out of classrooms. 100%. This guy's, I can't. Uh, Someone will send me a message, but they asked not to me to say. They're rebuilding their army. What do they do? It's sad. It is sad. What do the deputy people do? Nothing. Just bark orders. That's all they do. Nothing. When we had Dr. Sendejas, had no deputy superintendents. Listen, guys. And again, when we had Dr. Sendejas, we had 0 deputy superintendents. 0. We had 4 area superintendents, area administrators. 4. And Dr. Sendejas made us an A district. Well, our teachers did, but under her leadership, an A district. Because these people we're an A district. We're an A district. We were an A district because of Dr. Sendejas. Not because of the stupid superintendent we have now. Not because of the stupid deputy superintendents. Not because of the 6 area administrators. Well, 4 of them were here before, but not because of the new ones. No. Pero están, believe in BISD. They're closing schools but adding area administrators. It's crazy. It's crazy. All to keep Minerva happy. Just to keep Minerva happy, hire La Comadre to be an area administrator. Didn't need it. And they screwed Dr. Cuff. They screwed Dr. Cuff. Screwed him over. Dr. Cuff did a great job at Gonzalez. He's done a good job everywhere he's been at. Dr. Cuff. They screwed him. They put him in pace. And I said, ay, ay, ay. What would happen if the district was split in 2? My fear, Cindy, is that there would be more opportunities para robadero. There'd be more opportunities to steal. Because now you wouldn't have to watch over 1. The community would have to watch over 2. Si así no podemos watch over 1. I mean, what is going to make us believe that we could watch over 2? Impossible. Is there other districts that get paid as much as such a Brownsville? No. Nowhere in the valley. This is what's funny. Linda, the lower rung people, acá abajo, the custodians, the bus drivers, the food service people, they get paid less than everyone in the valley. Less. Area administrators, the deputy superintendents that nobody else has, and the stupid superintendent, they make way more than anyone south of San Antonio. Way more. And our superintendent is one of the highest superintendents paid in the state of Texas. So no, our secretary staff, our library assistants that they want to get rid of, our bus drivers, they earn less than everyone in the valley. But the higher people, they earn more. I'm not lying. My child's severely autistic, needs hand-over-hand assistance. Just get straight 70s across the board because that's the highest they will give someone who needs hand assistance. That is discrimination, Lupita. Never has the opportunity to score higher because that is discrimination. And I would talk to an attorney. That's discrimination. It's uncalled for. Schools have always been seen as a business, and it's wrong. Should never have been as a business. You lose heart. Yeah, everyone had to actually work. Yeah. What can we do to stop all this? Vote in November. Remember in November. Vote them out. Remote learning for special ed students requires a lot of parent-adult involvement. I've seen it work, but someone needs to be there 100%. And again, it's one of the things that I've been saying for a while, Jaira. During this time, we always talk about, let's all work together. Let's work together. Yeah. During this time, parents need to step up and be a little bit more responsible for the educational process of their children. Ni modo. I mean, we all have to do this together. You're right. And I've said it for weeks now, for months. Now it seems like there's an assistant for the assistant. It's true. And Mary Lou, they're all making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Pero everybody else, acá abajo, they make less than everybody else because of the kids and teachers. That's why we're an A district. Because of the teachers, yes. Because of the teachers and because of the leadership we had before. Not because of this superintendent. La Joya. Ma ratas. Yep. Out with the old, in with the new because it's cheaper, but they will lose exactamente. They will lose the quality and experience, the best teachers. And I don't know why they're so adamant about losing our great teachers. I don't get it. It is heartbreaking. We are the poorest city, community in the nation. God forgive them for stealing. I hope God punishes them for stealing. I hope that the wrath of God falls upon them. Every one of them. Minerva, wrath of God. Drew, wrath of God. Prissy, wrath of God. Flipping Philip, wrath of God. Menos, pero still, que le caiga. The stupid superintendent, the wrath of God. Baltasar Salazar, the wrath of God. Fall upon them all. There's a time when teachers and administrators were mostly white. Now it's sad. It sounds current Hispanic school leadership are doing exactly what most white people think of us. That they're just fake peons and rats. Remember November. Remember November. Preach. How can we take down the superintendent? By voting, Julio. By voting. And by getting your high school friends that have already turned 18, by getting them to come out and vote too. Please. Make sure that they're registered. Please, te encargo. Remember November. Preach, brother. McAllen IZ Super. Joe Gonzalez makes $207,000. And that guy, I mean, look at their social media presence. That guy and the guy from Harlingen, I'm not sure how much the guy from Harlingen makes. The guy from Los Fresnos, the superintendent from Los Fresnos, damn, people love him there. The guy from Harlingen, I think it's, can't remember his name. Gonzalez? No.
Cavazos.
Quality superintendent. Harlingen has quality superintendent. Los Fresnos has a quality superintendent. McAllen has quality superintendents. Brownsville, no, bitch, shut up. Ass kissers. That's all they have. Ass kissers. They kiss the butt of Minerva Peña and the board, the corrupt board, and Sylvia Atkinson. The whole 6 area supers and the 2 deputies positions is outrageous. But when teachers ask for raises, forget it. Don't bitch, shut up. When the students need better facilities, don't bitch, forget it. Shut up. Nothing. November, guys. And actually early voting starts in October. But nothing rhymes with October. Remember November? Flip over in October? Maybe. I don't know. Flip over in October. It sounds weird. What does not saying about ours? Nah. Amen. Ask teachers. That's what they are. And again, you know me, guys. I call it like it is. I call it like I see them. They gotta go. Gotta go. What about parochial schools? How holy are they? I couldn't even finish that without laughing. Come on. Not very holy. There's Trey Mendez, our mayor.
Good morning, Mayor.
Trey Mendez, mayor. We have a Trey Mendez, mayor. Hey, mayor, how's it going, mayor? Good to see you. Thank you for all you're doing. Appreciate all the hard work that you're doing for the city of Brownsville, sir. Thank you. October turnover in October. It just sounds weird. Remember November. So if the schools are saying no going outside on campus, then how about UIL? See, that's going to be very, very difficult because UIL is really working on bringing back football and basketball. I just don't see it happening. Again, she called, shot caller you are, yes. Ha 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 ha. Huge salaries of people who live in Edinburgh. Board member whose children are not in BISD. That is so backwards. 100%. That's what I like about you. You're like me. No tengo pelos en la lengua. Amen, sister. Please stand, guys. Se me fue la mente, se me fue la onda. But UIL. That's why, guys. Stay sexy. Eat shrimp. Robert. Hey, I went to Captain Bob's and I didn't get no free appetizer. Robert. Captain Bob, give me my free appetizer. Hey,
he's gonna charge you. He's gonna charge you double.
Oh no. Guys, that's why my suggestion again is my suggestion. Start in January. Let's start in January. Let's attend our special education kids now in August, and also our at-risk children. Just provide for them as much as possible. But let's start in January. I mean, 3 months is not going to set them back. Oh, we can't sit back on the educational process. You really think these people care about the educational process? Look at the mess that they made with our teachers, with our staff. In the past 2-3 months March, April, May, 3 months that we've been out here, guys. Start in January. I mean, let's think about starting football in January. Let's think about starting basketball in January. Everything is started in January. I think the only problem is that a lot of our football players are also basketball players. But then again, let them choose. Can't have everything, son or daughter. Can't have everything. So let them choose which sport that they want to actually, excel at. Ni modo. We're in different times. Dr. Cuff got screwed over. I wonder what he's being punished for. Or was he sacrificial lamb? For Rose's accession. It's hard to believe in a district when the kind of favoritism is. I called it. And Kat knows. Kat knows that what I'm saying is 100% true. Dr. Cuff got screwed over. He got screwed over. Only because Minerva wanted her Rose, the one she has on speed dial. She wanted her over there at the main building. That's what happened. Am I lying, Kat? Anyone? Am I speaking non-truths? I love you, Captain Bob. I got a free appetizer, Captain Bob's. I love you, free appetizers. That's all I could eat. I love Captain Bob. Robert and I, we haven't always seen eye to eye. We fought. He called me a cyberbully one time. Remember, Robert? But I love this man. He's crazy, just like us. I love Robert. And we'll fight one day, and the next day we'll be out there hugging and, having lunch together. Because you know what? That's what adults do, guys. You don't stay pissed off with someone. I'm spitting Pringles. You don't stay pissed off with someone the rest of your life. You have a fight, you move on. There's other battles to fight. There's there's going to be opportunities for us to work together in the community. Arlington Super Arcavazos. 198? That guy's quality, guys. That guy's quality. That guy has been out there making videos for encouraging the students and the staff. I think every week, Frank,
Yeah.
Regularly. Their board, state recognized board. And it all has to do with Cavazos. $198,000. We pay ours almost twice as much. And we get a fraction of the benefit in the service. Ours has failed us, has failed our district, has failed our students, has failed our teachers. Failed. BISD is all about the STARS testing. Sometimes it can be overwhelming for students. You're right. Starting 3 months later would not set them back. They won't. The health of our students and teachers are more important. It's sad that they don't see it. They're adamant. They don't care. Start in January. Cyberbully, stay sexy. Love you, Robert. Robert, how's Buddy? I want a picture of Buddy. Love you. I love social media. It's good to be the king of local social media, guys. Este, 198,000 dollars. Man, we could get two Cavazos in Brownsville for that amount of money. He makes what our deputies make. He makes less than our deputies here. We need to get rid of the BISD attorney too. Yeah. Does nothing. The guy is the most powerful individual in the district, more powerful than the board members, more powerful than the superintendent, more powerful. Yet, start school. What's the difference between BISD and the sheriff department? Well, they're all going to be working as detention officers now. In January, starting January. Is there really going to be a placement test for kids when they go back to school next year? There shouldn't be. I don't think there's going to be. If there is, crazy. Eat healthy and delicious at Mocambo Seafood Restaurant. 50 years experience cooking seafood in Matamoros. Yeah, it's all.
Do they have a Mocambos here in Brownsville? I used to love going to the Mocambos in Matamoros.
Yes, on Pablo Picel. It's
next to Komori?
No, it's where Red Mango used to be. Right where Red Mango used to be. It's right in that placita where that mattress place is.
Okay.
Okay. Where Shenanigans is at, and for some reason I know where the bars are at here in Brownsville. Where Gazpacho's is at. And
right before you get to the Best Buy, across from Kmart.
Kmart. Okay. Placita. Mocambos. Yeah, go buy stuff at Mocambos. It's great food out there. It is great food. Puro mendigo liar. Yeah, I personally like Altamar. Is that what we have, huh? I like it too. Mocambos is great. Yeah, shout out to the BISD superintendent board having an orgy together and watching the Frank and Cheese. Well, he's been known to do that.
Thanks for watching, maybe.
Now I got a mental image in my head, guys. It's not a good thing. Guys, I love y'all. Tonight we're going to be talking. There's a TSC board meeting at 5:30. They're going to do it via conference, so it's not going to be easy to attend. I'm going to submit a request to be on it. Cherry IZ has its own problems. They have hidden like the haze, they call it, but it's wax sexual assault. Same thing here. Oh yes, that was horrible.
The swimmer.
Oh my God, that was horrible. But they did that. Yeah. Disgusting.
I think they were saying that there was a cover up because the student in question was a child of a principal or an administrator, and he was like a decorated athlete, a 4.0 student, top of his class. But yeah, that goes around. I tried to look up more information, but Sherry Lynn has been has been quite lipped about this. I know there was protests, there was rallies, at the school, downtown, at the city. Unfortunately, things like this do get covered up.
It was horrible. A black eye for that district. It was horrible. You don't want to know. I don't even want to mention the assault. It was horrible. They all sleep under the same blanket, Mona. Yeah, it was the principal's son that started it, and they kept it hush-hush. Horrible. Guys, have a great day. God bless. We'll be back tomorrow tonight at 9 p.m. Thank y'all so much. God bless. Be good. Be good to me, too. Bye.